Okay, let's see. We all remember about parabolas. Parabolas. So easy. 5th grade. Okay. All right. Let's start by, I don't know, for fun, let's try to make an equation with this parabola. Let's see. Okay. All right. So the standard form of an equation for a parabola looks like this: ax squared plus bx plus c. All right. So let's start here and here. What are these called? These are called the x-intercepts. Intercepts. INT. You know what I mean? Okay. So we can write these as coordinates, right? 3, 0, because y is 0, because it crosses at the x-axis, meaning that y is 0 at the x-axis. And we have -1, 0, because it's an intercept. Y is 0. Okay, now from here, let's create our factored form of the equation. You know, something like this: x, and then that's -1. This is +1, and then we have x. If that's +3, that's -3. Let's go ahead and multiply these big boys together, see what we get. You might remember something that looks like this. Yep, so we have x, and then we got a +1, and then we got an x, and we got a -3. Now we just multiply. So x times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. -3 times x is -3x. -3 times 1 is -3. Now we just, whoop, my x there. Where are you going, buddy? All right, so we have x squared, add them together, plus x minus 3x minus 3. So now let's combine like terms. So x squared minus 2x minus 3. This is our equation. But we're not done yet. There's still more great things we can do here. So look, see this little guy right here? What do we call him? A y. Y-intercept. INT. You know what I mean? Guess what? That's going to be this number right here. You see how they match? -3, -3. That is your y-intercept. Y-intercept. Yay. Okay. What else do we have here? Look at this guy right here. This guy is cutting the graph right in half. We call this the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry all right, SYM, symmetry, okay? Symmetry meaning we're cutting it in half, then we have two equal sides, two equal parts. So for example, the point here is 4, 5. Here, it's going to be 5 again, because same y value, and then our x value is -2. So if you notice, okay, the axis of symmetry has to cut it in half, meaning we got to have two equal parts here and here. So what's the distance from here to here? From 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. This is 2 here, which means if I go 2 this way, I go 2 this way. 1, 2. There we go. 2. So that's the axis of symmetry, cutting my graph in half. But we have a formula for this axis of symmetry. It looks like this. You might remember this. -b over 2a. So our b equals -2. Our a equals 1. So -b over 2a is looking like this. We'll say, -2 over 2, and a is 1. This is going to give us -2 times -1, which is +2, over 2. 2 over 2 is 1. And look at that. It matches this. So our equation here is x equals 1. This is our axis of symmetry. It is a vertical line that passes through x equals 1. We're not done yet. We got one more thing we can do here. All right. So you see this little guy over here we're missing out on him? All right. We call this guy right here. That is our vertex. Wait, no. Hold on. Did I do that right? Vertex. That is either the lowest point or the highest point. So right now on this graph, it's our lowest point, our minimum. And you know what? It's represented like this, HK. That's a k there. So here on our graph, our hk would be 1, -4. 1, -4, like that. That is our vertex. 1, -4. Yay! Okay, still not done. There's a prettier way to write the equation of this graph using this vertex, and it's called vertex form. Looks a little something like this, like x, and then there's a minus, like an h or something, and we're gonna put a little baby 2 up here, and plus a k or something. Oh wait, we have h and k here. Let's put them in. So we have x goes right here, and then minus 1 squared, and then plus k is -4, so I'll just write -4. There we go. Well, that's our vertex form equation. Yay!